It has been far too long since we've had a Marvel movie to whet our appetites for superhero action. And no, I'm not going to count New Mutants cause, well, if you saw that movie, you'd know why. However, on the horizon, there are quite a few rather exciting movies to look forward to, including the sequel to Sony's Venom film, which rumors suggest might just have one of the biggest reveals in a superhero movie since Nick Fury popped up at the end of the original Iron Man. I am of course talking about the possibility of the webhead himself making an appearance, setting up a confrontation between him and the symbiote monstrosity, Venom. And this event might just have its roots in the Spider-Verse, and the rumored appearance of other Spider-Men in the upcoming third MCU Spider-Man film. So with all that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, so let's start this video off by addressing the rumors that we have heard about Spider-Man's appearance in Venom 2. Certain leaks have pointed to the possibility of Spider-Man cropping up during the end credits scene in Venom 2, including one that has laid out what this scene might just be. Reportedly, at the end of the film, something is going to happen that's going to cause Venom and Carnage to actually team up, which leads to a moment where the two of them spot a news story about the webhead, alluding to the idea that the two symbiotes might just go after him next, which would be absolutely mind-blowingly awesome. Just one small problem though. Spider-Man is currently in the MCU, and you know who isn't? Venom. So how do we reconcile this? Well, it could come down to some of the rumors that we've been hearing about the forthcoming third Spider-Man film within the MCU. It all started with the reported casting of Jamie Foxx as Electro in the movie, functionally reprising the role that he played in 2014's Amazing Spider-Man 2. This news got the internet buzzing, with the idea of a live-action Spider-Verse bouncing around and getting people pretty hyped. Now, neither Sony nor Marvel have come forward to confirm any of the internet's theories about what we could see, but they haven't exactly denied any of them either, including the idea that we might be seeing Tobey Maguire and/or Andrew Garfield returning as their versions of Spider-Man, which isn't exactly relevant to this topic, but dang it, it's such an awesome idea that I can't not bring it up literally every chance that I get. I really want to see it. So here is an idea. What if we actually are going to be getting a multiverse hopping adventure out of Spider-Man 3? It does seem fairly reasonable. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange is said to be making an appearance in the movie, and he is a character who is heavily connected to Marvel's plans for the multiverse. We know this because of the title of his next film, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So that kind of points to a multiverse angle for this movie. If this turns out to be the case, it gives us a few possibilities for having Venom meet Peter Parker. First up is the most straightforward one, at least as straightforward as you can get with dimension hopping. What if, at the end of Spider-Man 3, Tom Holland's version of the character finds himself in an alternate dimension from the MCU? One where Sony's universe of Marvel characters, henceforth referred to as the SMU by the way, takes place. That would properly place Spider-Man in a position where he could fight the symbiotes in the future, and would wrap up the MCU side of Spider-Man's story, as the new Disney-Sony deal reportedly only allows for one more solo Spider-Man film within the MCU. There is just one little wrench in the works with this though, and it is due to something that we saw in a trailer for a film that does not feature Venom or Spidey, but Morbius. Odds are you've probably seen this shot from the Morbius trailer, showing Jared Leto's Morbius walking through what appears to be an alley with an image of Spider-Man plastered on the wall behind him. Now, unless Morbius takes place after Spider-Man 3 chronologically, the webhead shouldn't even exist in this world, making this bit of imagery kind of odd. But then again, that trailer ends with an appearance by Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture, which would lead audiences to believe that Morbius is connected to the MCU, where Spider-Man does exist, except it isn't. It takes place in the SMU, which has been said to be adjacent but disconnected from the larger universe. That leads us to another possibility. What if Spider-Man 3 not only brings back the Raimi and Amazing Spider-Man, but introduces us to a few more Spider-Men, including one who already exists in the SMU, possibly also played by Tom Holland? This would actually be a pretty perfect way of not only allowing Sony to do whatever the heck it is that they want to do with Spider-Man in the SMU, but allow Disney and Marvel to retain the MCU version of Peter Parker, as it would serve to further ingrain in audiences' minds the idea of different versions of the same character existing at the same time. A prospect that has long been deemed a bad idea within cinema. The animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did a pretty good job of laying the groundwork for this concept, showing that audiences could accept the idea at least to a certain degree. So what if this has been Sony and Marvel's plan all along? To ease audiences in with Spider-Verse, then bring the concept into live action with Spider-Man 3, allowing Sony to keep the cash cow that is the Tom Holland Spider-Man MCU films, while also being able to bring him into conflict with Venom in his movies, all without breaking the sacred continuity of the MCU. Sounds like a win-win to me. What do you think? Do you think that Spider-Man's appearance in Venom 2 will be due to the existence of the Spider-Verse? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and while you're down there, why not consider subscribing to ScreenRant for even more awesome videos just like this. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.